Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Right, what I have before you is the grip stitch, but I've made little squares because I want to show beginners how easy this stitch is and how easy it is to make the squares. Now, we all love squares. Some are really complicated, some are very simple, some are lots of colour change, but this is all in one colour block square. And rather than just showing the beginners and anyone who's interested actually in the grip stitch, the standard single crochet, this gives it a lovely little texture. You can continue on with this pattern and make a blanket out of it, or anything larger. You can make washcloths using the right cottons, and or you can make the squares like I'm going to show you today. This is a number 4 yarn, this is a number 3, so you can clearly see there's a little bit of size difference. Before you begin, and if you want to make the squares, you can make them larger. Just make sure you chain an odd number chain. I chained 15. You can go right up to 29 or double the size, however you wish. You can make larger squares or even smaller squares, but you will have a lot of squares to sew together. So like I said, it's an odd number chain. I did 15 and this gave me about 3.5 inches. So that's what you will, that's the size you're going to end up with. The other thing I wanted to say is that you can use any yarn and any corresponding hooks to make these this pattern, whether you're making the squares or a bigger project. And as you can see, the size differences. So if you are making squares, please try and stick to the same yarn. Doesn't have to be the same brand. If you're doing a 4, make them all 4. If you're doing a 3 DK yarn, do them all in that yarn. So I'm going to push this aside for you and I'm going to show you very quickly. It's a cute little stitch. I love it. We can do so much with it, and it's just a really smart variation of just a single crochet, and it has a bit of texture on it as well. So let's move these aside, and I've got a lovely bit of green here, and I'll show you how to make this. Now I will go as slow as I can because it is for beginners, okay, and I'll show you a couple of rows very slowly. And then when I'm about to speed up, I will tell you, just to give you some height on the project. So do your slip knot. So this is how I do mine. Hold the yarn, put it to the back, put your hook under, and then grab these two. You can see a little knot forming, and then just pull them both, okay, and then yank on the longer one. That's your end. Chain 15. And I'll show you how to chain as well, because I want this to be beginner friendly. So do apologise for anyone who's thinking, oh gosh, we're going to watch how she's doing a chain. I'm just going to show a few. Yarn over, go and pull through. Yarn over, pull through that loop on the hook. Yarn over, pull through the loop, okay, on the hook. Yarn over, pull through. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. That's my 15 because I did 15 there. It's a really simple pattern. You want to place a single crochet into the second chain. So we never count that one on the hook. That's your first chain. That's your second chain here. So pop your hook in to do a single crochet. Go in, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. You want to miss the next chain here and then go to the one after and put 2 single crochets into there. So in you go, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Same space, go in again, pull up a loop and pull through 2. So you've got 2 in that chain. You miss the next chain, go into the one after and put 2 single crochets into there. Miss the next one, go to the one after and 2 single crochets into there. Miss the next one and 2 single crochets in the next one. So that's the repeat pattern. However long your square is or blanket is or whatever it is you want to do, you're missing a chain and then you're going into the next one and doing 2 single crochets. Miss one, go into the next one, do 2 single crochets. You'll be left with 1 stitch here and just go into that stitch and do a single crochet. Now we're going to literally just repeat that row. Chain 1, it's always chain 1 and turn. Very first one here, go into there and do a single crochet. Then miss the next one, go into the one after and do 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Miss this one and then go to the next one and do 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Miss the next one and 2 single crochets into the next one. Skip a stitch and then go into the next one and do 2 single crochets. That's all there is to this pattern. It's a very simple one, it's a great one for beginners, and the stitch is really pretty. So miss one, go into that one, 2 single crochets, you'll be left with 1 stitch here, go into there, both loops, and do 1 single crochet on its own. Can't see much moment. Chain 1, flip your work. It's always chain 1, flip your work, and you start off with a single crochet and you finish with a single crochet. So in you go to the first chain, first stitch here, single crochet. Miss the next one, and then go to the one after and do 2 singles. Skip one, 2 single crochets in the next. Skip one, 2 single crochets in the next. Skip one and 2 single crochets in the next one. Skip one and 2 single crochets in the next one. Got 3 stitches remaining here, so we skip that one, go into the next one, 2 single crochets and 1 single crochet in your very last one. Every row is exactly the same. Chain 1, flip your work, start off with a single crochet. And then you will miss one, 2 single crochets here. Miss the next one, 2 single crochets here. Miss that one and 2 single crochets here. So I'm just going to speed up just a little bit so I can show you what the pattern looks like. Always finish with a single crochet, chain 1, flip your work, start with a single crochet, miss one and then go straight to the next one. It forms a really nice, neat square. And I've done this in a 5mm crochet hook. You can do it with a 4 if you wish, on a lightweight yarn. It will just give it a bit more texture. Can you see a little pattern going on here? They look like little, I don't know what they look like. Chain 1, flip your work, single crochet straight away. Miss the next one and 2 single crochets. Skipping 1 and 2 single crochets in the chain after, stitch after should I say. Every row is exactly the same. 1 row repeat, 1 stitch remaining, and that's how you'll carry on with your work. So it forms a really nice, neat, so that's 6 rows here. So you can either count rows and make them exactly the same, or you can just make your very first square, right? Make your square where you think is a square, and then to make sure, just fold your work like this, corner to corner, and make sure it's nice and you get a perfect triangle out of it. If your work's like this, when you fold it in half, you know you need to do another row yet, okay? You want it to be absolutely spot on, corner to corner, and then you'll know that it's a square. And then once you've established your square size, count how many rows you did, and then make sure in the same yarn, same hook, that you do exactly the same amount of rows, if that makes sense. Okay, that's the little grip stitch square pattern tutorial. It's a lovely green here. I'll finish this off and I'll leave you to it. So there's not much more to this. It's very easy to do, great for beginners. Please do slow me down, beginners, even if it's way too fast for you still. It's really hard as someone who's been crocheting for a long time, and you try to make videos for beginners and you go slow, but then you drop stitches. So hope I haven't gone too fast for you, but so yeah, go ahead and make a bunch of these. This is a great project for a beginner, or not a beginner, and make a gorgeous blanket out of it. Why not? Scarf, cushion covers, you name it, you can make it. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching the tutorial, and please do subscribe, like, and share this to anybody who you think might like to make these. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.